Welcome to our channel Lightling Vision. My name is Nathalie and I'm with Mother today for part 2 of the difference between men and women. I encourage you to listen to part 1 because we are learning so much. Welcome, Mother. Thank you again for sharing your wisdom with us. So it's quite interesting to listen to your wise explanation on the difference that we have, men and women. So we're all ears to listen to part 2.
It's a vast subject, as I already said in the first video. We have the two sexes non-physically, psychologically in ourselves. And that explains why men can manifest feminine qualities and women can manifest masculine qualities. Which is not the same thing as being born physically in a feminine or masculine body. That are different things. So the first thing you have to do when you're talking about men and women, to understand the other sex, and in fact yourself, because you have both sides inside. The first thing you have to do is to separate the psychological side from the physical side. You have a feminine body, or you have a masculine body, but you are, in fact, both inside. You can express both structures from a psychological point of view. Now, the first thing we can do is to ask ourselves, but what does it mean having masculine qualities? But the masculine side of our psychological makeup is characterized by courage, taking initiatives, moving forward, expansion, kind of being extrovert, facing the world, showing your strength, being independent. That are masculine qualities, which women also can have, as I said, because we also have inside, from a psychological point of view, the masculine side in us. The reason is because being a soul, I have the two sexes in me, but being incarnated in a female or a masculine body, I'm somehow more determined on one side or the other, but still I can express psychologically both sides. Now, what does it mean having feminine qualities? That means the qualities of being receptive, being sensitive, being more interiorized, more aware of what I'm living inside. It means being caring. You care more for living things around you. You can also be easily submitted to situations. You can be more adaptable. You can accept more easily difficulties. You have a kind of you do not have this masculine this immediate strength. The masculine strength is immediate, on the spot. They can mobilize a great strength. But feminine strength is on the long run. Female can hold on a long time. They're strong in time. So you see that both sexes you have in yourself psychologically. You can use the characteristics of both sexes when it's necessary in your life. Now the only question is, why are you then incarnated as a soul, having the two parts in yourself, just in a feminine body or just in a masculine body? Well, one of the reasons is that, as I already explained in the video about the soulmate, is that it pushes you to complete yourself with the other sex physically, but to learn to become aware of that other side that you have in yourself, and through that becoming aware of your soul. Because you might say that being incarnated in either a feminine or masculine body brings with it a form of restriction. That's to say, for a woman, it's not so easy to express masculine qualities. It's far more natural for a woman, generally speaking, to express feminine qualities. And for a man, it's the same. For a man, being a man and expressing masculine qualities is far more easy than expressing feminine qualities. And still, the strange thing is that in life you will see that somehow everything you live as a woman takes you to developing the two sides of yourself. Life does not allow us just to use the qualities that are linked to the sex you're incarnated in. You also have to develop the other part of yourself. For the reasons that I already explained, because you are a soul in spite of everything. And still, and that's the enigma, you have a feminine body or a masculine body, and the type of life you will lead basically has a very strong color, either feminine or masculine. And that's the difficulty that we are dealing with. So, incarnated in a masculine body, you will see that very naturally you will have a kind of life that is quite masculine. You can refuse to lead it and try to lead a feminine life. Some men do, and they have that capacity. They are very, from a psychological point of view, very feminine inside. It works. But that are mere exceptions. You can say, if you're incarnated in a female body, you will have naturally a kind of life that will allow you to express feminine qualities and also complete this with masculine qualities. But the masculine qualities will normally not have the upper hand. In a feminine body, your life will have a very strong color, feminine color, with also a part of masculine activities to complete yourself. And for a man, it's the other way around, the same thing. Now, what's the difficulty nowadays? We try to be, we turn this around. We are incarnated in a feminine body, and we try to live, to a high degree, a masculine life. That's the only thing that does not work.
When you say masculine life,
yes.
What do you mean?
With that I mean that if you're incarnated in a feminine body and you are constantly working on the kind of independency, strength and superiority that is linked to a masculine structure, you will be unhappy. Because you try to be somebody that you're not. Your independency, your superiority, if you need it, your strength is feminine, but not masculine. But you think, and the difficulty is that society has colored that for ages. You think that because you're a woman, you're weak. Because you see men, they have muscles, they have brains, they seem to have it, And that's what they made use of in the past to dominate women. They were, in the past, men were more intelligent, they could go to school before women could go to school. They had more physical strength, and they showed women that they were weak and they were crying all the time, and they had emotions, and they were just good for having children. It's a very black and white explanation, but that was one of the reasons why women did not want to be women anymore. But as I already said, that doesn't work, because if you're incarnated in a feminine body, your main tools are feminine. And if you try to work all the time with the tools that are linked to a masculine structure, you're working with tools that are not yours. And then what you're making will not work. I would say, discover the strength of your own sex and try to work with that. Then you will feel more deeply rooted in yourself, and by that way already stronger. Because working with the tools of the other sex in a predominant way, I already said, your life will take you to developing also a part of your masculine qualities, even when you're a woman. And when you're a man, you will be taken to developing also feminine qualities. But it should not have the upper hand. Because in spite of everything, you're incarnated in a masculine body or in a female body. And that will give a certain kind of approach naturally to life, a kind of structure to your development, to the experiences you have in life. You cannot mix that up. And that's what's happening nowadays. Women, because the feminine sex has been suppressed for so long, for hundreds of years or thousands of years, they don't want to be women anymore. But that doesn't work, because in spite of everything, they will find out when they try to be man or masculine, something gets out of hand in themselves. They're in a disequilibrium. They're not in harmony with themselves. I think the only solution is to try to be a woman and be in your strength. And that's what I want to talk about in the next video. Because you will tell me why you're talking about women. Well, not just because I am incarnated in a female body myself, but also because men, because they have had so much advantages in being men for all those ages. Being a man is not difficult in our society. They are naturally. Being a woman is a problem. Because we have almost learned not to be it anymore. Because when we look at the past, there were so many disadvantages in being women. And it's true. Because in the past, women did not realize neither where was their strength. There have been women who have used their strength in a feminine way, and that's what I would like to take for example in my next video. But we have few examples of women with feminine qualities and who are living in their strength from the past. We have some examples of women who've tried to be men with more or less success. And nowadays, we don't know where to seek our strength anymore as women. We can't be men for one reason or another. And we're not women anymore neither. So where are we? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mother. So we look forward to listening to the third part, so we can learn how to be comfortable in our female role or male. Can I say masculine role or feminine role? Okay, so thank you for watching, and we will see you for part 3 of the difference between men and women. Thank you for watching again, and we'll see you very soon.
Le soleil se lève départ, quelle drôle d'idée, quelle drôle d'idée. Ton départ, quelle drôle d'idée, quelle drôle d'idée, quelle drôle d'idée. Je me suis ressaisi sans me soucier du lendemain, ce qu'il apporte. Nouvelle journée, et pourtant le sol, il semblait disparaître sous mes pieds. Quelle drôle d'idée. Quelle drôle d'idée, sous mes pieds, quelle drôle d'idée, quelle drôle d'idée, quelle drôle d'idée. Mais le choix pourtant